Hey, thanks for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick, but you can call me the mother of twins as I help you along your twin flame journey. If this is your first time watching my channel, I must tell you right now that the moment you start watching this video, everything that comes out of my mouth is part of the message, whether I am laughing, crying, sneezing, snorting, dropping cards over the place, or knocking things over on my set. It's all part of your message, so we'll take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, just chuck it. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your comments. Y'all are giving me life in the comment boxes. Thank you for all your positivity, your love, and your light. If you like the way I read and you want a personal reading with me, I absolutely do that. I call it my Love and Light Sessions. Everything you need to know about that can be found in the description box below. This reading is for our divine masculines. Love him. And this is how checking in on them during this separation, this stay away, social distancing. Okay, you can put a name on it. Either way, it's like, get away from me. But anyway, put a nice little name on it. We're always so politically correct. I'm already in the message. Somebody has been too politically correct in their lives, and you're finding during this time of quarantine that you're not doing that anymore. You're calling spade a spade. You're calling things as they are. Okay, not as you hope them to be, and you're not sugarcoating anything. Meaning, you're not being nasty, feminine. I feel like this is a feminine energy, but you're not being nasty. I just saw the Queen of Swords card, but anyway. But this is a masculine reading, but I still got to get this message out because this means something. But you are not being nasty to people, but you are definitely speaking your truth and calling things what they are. You're not just trying to. When you're not going to say, "Yeah, I was just a little tired," when really I was aggravated with you and I didn't want to talk. You know what I mean? You're not going to tell somebody, "Oh, yeah, I was asleep when you called," when you were really wide awake watching Netflix, eating popcorn and drinking some sweet tea. But you just didn't, when you saw the person calling, you didn't want to talk to them. You're no longer doing those whole, the niceties that you used to do. You're telling the truth. But you're doing it very diplomatically and with a lot of love. Okay, so masculine. Hello, darling. So this is a 7-card spread in the energy oracle deck I'm using. Overall energy is the thinking man. Your masculine is definitely card number 46. Some masculines could be 46 years old. Your masculine may be 46. His name may be Barry. His name may be Michael. Stephen is always showing up, but this is Stephen with a PH. This is Stephen, Stephen. All right. Grant is out here. I don't know. Grant, your masculine may be named Grant. His last name may be Green, not Grant's name, but dealing with it. You're writing your name or knowing my last name is going to be Green with an E. As a matter of fact, that's what you say. It's Green with an E. Okay. There are some masculines that are very much into poetry. You might have been receiving poetry from your masculine since we've been in this lockdown. There are some masculines that are Renaissance men. They love to read Shakespeare. And they tell you about it. They love to read. There's a masculine reading Othello. Their masculine is reading Othello, or maybe your masculine played Othello, or you feminine was in the play Othello. I don't know why that's coming up, but maybe because of what this man is wearing. But anyway, your masculines might be a writer. I'm channeling masculines that are writers. They're sports writers. There's a masculine that's a romance writer, or he writes you romantic notes. I'll take text messages as a text messages count. So your masculine writes, whereas some people are very short with text messages, your masculine writes, you even say, "You write books, baby." You might even say that, "Baby, you write books, hun. Hun, you write books." Could be from Baltimore. I don't want people I know to say hon. Eastern Shore, somewhere out there. Hon. I'm not saying it right. Don't y'all come for me, Baltimore, Delaware. Don't y'all come for me. I'm just, Anyway, so this masculine is dealing with a lot. Of course, he's already in the reading. Man holding a heart, card number 45. So we got card number 45 and 46 in here. But our masculine, our King of Cups, this is my King of Cups equivalent. He's shown up in the reading already, so we know what we're doing. This is the present energy. He's feeling like he can do anything. He's in this Magician and the Mirror energy. This masculine, this is my equivalent of the Magician card in Tarot. So this masculine is feeling very much like he has all the tools. Sorry, my voice is going. It's my last reading tonight. But he has all the tools that he needs to accomplish what he needs to accomplish. I'm going to be reading from the books a little bit tonight because, I'm telling you, the descriptions are so good that I can't. I gotta share this. But this card is all about knowing and using your true power. So this card right here, the Magician and the Mirror card represents the culmination of his personal power and his spiritual power. So he's not only finding out like the what he, you know, as a thinking man, what kind of man he is, but he's also tapping into that spiritual side too, which is so sexy. So he has the flame of passionate action, which we'll get there with his solar plexus, because in his recent past, your masculine was finding it very difficult to have a passion and a power. He was having a kind of an ebb. He was weak, physically weak, mentally weak a little bit. Just he was having a hard time, kind of, you know, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can't. You know what I mean? He was having a hard time with his get up and go. His get up and go, got up and went. So this card here in the present is very, very significant. During this quarantine, your masculine has found that unlike when he was loose and free before this global pandemic happened, or especially when it hit America, he was having a hard time getting in gear, getting something moving. You know what I mean? So anyway, he's in his right hand is a vortex of water and the light of the reflection. So this highly beneficial card is telling you that you are the magician, see? And within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. Again, he's learning how to navigate in the 3D and the 5D. That is awesome. Meaning his 5D and his 3D is lining up, which is the number 8, new beginnings, right? He's doing things differently, which, by the way, did I say 5D and 3D is aligning, coming together? Look at the card, 53. Number 8, I cannot make this up. Cards don't lie. All right? Cards never lie. Cards never lie. Cards never lie. So the flame is the energy of yang, bringing the direction and creativity. And the water is the energy of yin. Your masculine is even learning how to flow. He's learning how to manifest his power, and he's learning how to flow with the cares and the issues of life. This masculine is becoming very, very balanced and very, very powerful. You might hear your masculine say things more of the more spiritual nature. He may be talking about God more. He may be talking about nature more. He may be talking about light more, love and light, or good and evil. He may be even giving you what I would call his political commentary about what's going on. He may be saying, talking about the affairs of the world, or the things that are happening, day to day in media, or, what the times we're living in. But he's putting a spiritual spin on it for the first time. Like, I see God, or this is God doing this, or, what this makes me think about, babe? God is mad, or, he's like talking more spiritual. He's marrying his earthly realm or his earthly plane with his spiritual ascension. Love it. I love it. I love it so much. Shout out to Brainy Twin, Gemini. All right. So when you receive the magician upright, and it is upright, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life, and just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. That's where your masculine is right now, all up in his power, marrying his earth energy, or his 5D with his 3D. Now, check this out. Let's go to the recent past real quick, because I jumped around. But let's talk about his challenges over the last few weeks before, like I say, this quarantine happened. This masculine was having a delay in his money. You might have known this, or you may not have known this, but his money was delayed. The door to value card is in reverse, and this means that there was something that he was expecting. There was something that he was working on. He was waiting for a windfall, and either the door is closing, partially open, or it's totally delayed. So there was something he was waiting for by way, and it might have had something to do with him having enough money to get to you, feminine. But now, it is in the past now. This is past energy, but more of the recent past, okay? Within the last, 3 weeks, 3 months, maybe. Yeah, and this is card number 31, but there's been a delay in his money, so he was dealing with that. And then even further back than that, it might have been as much as, 10 months ago, around last October or so, he was having trouble. Like I said, his get up and go, got up and went. This is all about his solar plexus. This is his third chakra, governed by Archangel Shamuel. Archangel Shamuel helps us with our creativity and our willpower. So let's look at that a little bit. I want to unpack this energy a little bit, because it'll explain a lot to you when you thought your masculine was just being lazy, or not interested in a connection, or not being consistently calling, consistently you felt like it was a one-sided relationship, right? And this will explain why he was doing what he's doing, what he was going through. So let me go to the book. I'm reading from 2 books this time, because I found some really good information that I must share with you. Again, the third chakra is all about, I'm going to put it up right just so you can look at it while I talk. But the third chakra is all about willpower, emotions of desire, life force, energy. So the powerful archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus. Okay, because that is the third chakra, which is the location of, like I said, your third chakra. It's your life energy. So the issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. So this card indicates increased enthusiasm is present. But of course, his card was in reverse, right? And so it indicates a low ebb in your energy and possibly a lack of purpose. See, your masculine was wandering. He wasn't in his power. He didn't have focus. And because I'm feeling like he didn't need to. There was no sense of urgency, but because of the global events now, this quarantine has it's quickened him into this magician. It's catapulted him even into this magician energy. The yin and yang. I've got to get this thing moving. I've got to be focused. I've got to use my willpower. I've got to focus my desires and be intense. These masculines are very intense right now because of it feels like everything is at stake. Okay, so the masculine was probably feeling very fragmented in the just the very recent past, and so he was being guided to bring an attitude of enthusiasm to his goals in daily life. And a lot of these masculines lost their enthusiasm because they were dealing in some karmic situations with some low vibrational people, places, things, right? And so he just kind of lost his purpose and his drive and his focus because there were a lot of people, especially low vibrational people, pulling on him. Some of these masculines were dealing with family situations, with children, with child support, with mothers, with sisters, whether I'm even seeing a masculine thinking about taking on like his sister's children, and it caused him to have a lull in energy because really he wanted to kind of get his own life together, especially with you, divine feminine. But his family, there was another attachment, mainly a sister, I'm feeling, needed some help with her children, and your masculine was going to be like a guardian or something for a little while. But anyway, that did not pan out, whatever that was. But I'm saying I did hear that message. I see that. All right. So again, in the recent past, as far as back as 4 months or 10 months ago, you found that your masculine was encountering some delay. Might have been even 2 weeks ago, but encountering some delays with their money and some not showing enough drive and purpose. You might have even said your masculine was depressed. You might have seen his behavior as like a depressive state that he was in. So let me read from this other book, the Geometric Shapes book, because I love the message in here about the solar plexus. The color yellow is associated with the solar plexus, as you know, and it is linked to our sense of self-worth, our sense of authority, or our authority, and I said something, and our personal power. So I said something about that in a message earlier about this union is going to come in when you move in your power, your authority, and your diligence. And so this is that solar plexus energy, that third chakra energy. So this letting us know that Spirit is healing our third chakras, or our third chakras are coming into alignment. So yellow helps us think clearly and increase our awareness, because when you're working with third chakra energy, solar plexus, it's the color yellow. It represents the color yellow. So it strengthens our vitality, our life force, and our energy. And did I say personal power, authority, and yes, okay. And its sense is sight. So you even see clearer. Look at the thinking man. I'm gonna pull the card to you. Look at him. And you see the flecks of gold and the yellow around him, especially around that crystal lotus that he's looking at. But it's like he's thinking about something. He's looking, his sight. See, he's gazing down at what he wants. And feminine, that lotus represents you. That represents a spiritual place. Some of your masculines see you as a spiritual place. It's almost like a place that he wants to not only visit but live there. He sees you as a destination. A destination. He's going there. Some of your masculines are traveling towards you. Okay, so here's what's going on in the coming up future, what he's going to be working on, especially in this quarantine. It's this continues to drag out, but this is where he is energetically. He's learning to appreciate, to have some appreciation for where he is, especially because he hasn't been able to move as freely as he'd like to. So this masculine is taking stock in like the little things, driving to the store, grabbing a beer. This masculine is taking pleasure in, you know, just learning to appreciate what it's like to just to go to the mall and or buy a pair of shoes or just get his hair cut, you know, just little things, you know. This card shows a woman holding a single rose, and she enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom. Yet around her are bramble bushes, and she could, let me read the card, I'm sorry. Because he's choosing to be grateful for where he is and what he has. So rather than focusing on these or worried that she might get caught up in prickly branches of difficulty, she's pausing to experience the blessing of the single flower. So in other words, especially in this quarantine, this masculine has a lot of mess going on around him. He's probably in a place where he doesn't want to be in right now. He's separated from you. He's around people he doesn't want to be around. There's some things at work he still needs to face, some unfinished business that he just kind of had to leave abruptly, right? That's for some of you. And but there's bramble bushes or sticky things all around him. But this masculine is choosing to focus on that one rose. See the woman? She's not looking behind her, looking at all that death and decay around her, right? Because there are some situations that are deteriorating around your masculine right now. And he's like, oh, I'm so done. But he's choosing the appreciation. He's choosing to show gratitude by focusing on that one single rose, ignoring all the Darth, I'm hearing Dearth around him. I hope that's a real word. I'm sure it is, but I don't know what it means. It looks like death, but I know it. I heard Darth. And check this out. So Happy Family card came out in reverse. This is so after he chooses gratitude, and it's definitely due to this. This card in reverse is all about being separate. It's about separation. Let me put it right here so I can pull it up in the book for you. But when it's in reverse like that, he's feeling the distance. It's clearly about what's going on right now with what we're currently experiencing as a collective. And so in the reverse, this card indicates a separation, which he has, or emotional distance. So some of you are obviously social distancing from your masculine because you have to. But then others of you are feeling an emotional distance too, meaning you were emotionally distant before this happened, and it feels more exaggerated now because now it feels like whereas you felt like you were in control when you could reach out or not, now you're being even forced to, because some of you, I feel like you are near. I think my masculine is here. Give me a minute. First of all, if that's you, dear, hi. Let me just finish this. I'm almost done. Okay, so emotional distance from family members or close friends, right? So again, like I said, remember I said the appreciation card, this masculine is looking around the house, or he's in a situation and he's like, ugh, all this Darth around me, but he's focused on that one single red rose, right? This is an emotional distance from family members. Like some people are literally in the same houses or homes and they're not speaking. They're like, if I have to stay here one more hour with this person, you know what I mean? They're like, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to make this family run in the ocean and drown. That's horrible. But you know what I mean? It's like they're literally at their wits' end being in this place. So this disconnect may be from your family of origin, it says, such as your parents. So somebody might be having a problem. Your masculine, if your masculine lives in the basement with his parents or lives with his, he's like the adult child taking care of his senior parents, your masculine is about to lose his mind, or vice versa. Anyway, and siblings, if your masculine has chosen to live with his brother or not a sister, or sisters. I don't know. Now I'm seeing two women. But if feminine, if you live with, you remember you're mirroring each other. If you living with your sister right now and you're social distancing with your sister in the same house, woo, hide the knives, right? Come here. Ooh. What's happening in the Listen, y'all hear the dogs? They arguing. Like that's what's going on in these houses. You hear the dogs? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. They run into the door. Girls. Look, I just said girls, settle down. Wasn't I just talking about sisters? All right, girls, I'm almost done. Come here. I feel like that other reader that literally walks away from her reading and goes to tend to her child. Shout out to just Keep Swimming. Love her readings. Her readings like 15 hours long because she goes to cook and talk to her baby and all kinds of stuff. And people just wait because I know I'm one of them. I'm just like, I'll wait, girl. Go live your life. I'll wait. But anyway. Anyway, so your masculine is in a situation, he's feeling emotional distance as well as separation from you. So it's very much exacerbated and it's like aggravating him. So there are also some hostilities. Y'all heard the dog start barking. There are hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps there's some fences that need to be mended. So I feel like when we come out of this quarantine, that your masculine is gonna be able to like speak a truth, even if it's to you about, man, I really missed you. You know what I mean? Because maybe you're trying to get that out of him now, like, baby, do you miss me? And he's like, I mean, I'm busy, I'm staying. He's like being very evasive or being very vague. He's not gonna come out and say, girl, I just can't even sleep without you. He's not gonna do that. But energetically, intuitively, that he loves you. He loves you. So communication and patience may be called for here, and so you have to let your intuition be your guide. And so remember, real healing starts when you are being self-honoring. So this masculine is like choosing to find his peace. He's choosing himself. Sydney, come here. Now I gotta tell you what my dog is doing. My dog is like all on the kitchen counter looking for food. That might be some of you like in the middle of the night trying to find something to eat. Sydney, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Almost done, y'all. One more card. Because these dogs ain't gonna wait. These dogs won't let me be great. I just took Luther Vandross' Love Won't Let Me Wait song and made it my own. So this is the outcome. Your masculine is definitely going to be in that crown chakra. That I'm sorry, that's the third eye. That's not the crown. But that third eye is awakening. That intuition is really kicking up. And he's boning up on his intuition because he's had to. It's a lot of times that he was able to sit down and just be still. And let me read you this card, because this is the third eye. This is that sixth chakra with Archangel Metatron. So when you're doing work around your third eye, you're doing work with Archangel Metatron assisting you. So if you want to call on that angel, that angelic host to help you out, that'll be awesome. Because your masculine is definitely doing a lot of good work. Being the magician here with the crown, I mean, I keep wanting to say crown. I'll go with it then. Some of your masculine's crown chakra is opening. You can tell by the way he speaks now. He even talks differently. Okay, so this is all about clarity of thought and personal vision. And this is the third eye. This is the indigo vibrations. It's the center devoted to insight and clear thought. So your masculine is getting some clarity about, because of this, separation, right? And these family hostilities. He's getting some clarity of thought. And remember, learning to ignore the stuff around him and just focus on you, because you, the divine feminine, are that single red rose. Ooh, my voice is getting worse. I'm almost done. So your masculine is also focusing on his personal vision, which is like that appreciation card. That red rose is you. He's focusing on his personal vision, including, work, job, career, and everything. But, he wants to bring this love in. He wants to bring this union in. And this quarantine made him realize that he has some new perceptions, and they're taking root inside of him, and he's not confused anymore. When that third eye begins to open, confusion goes away. There is no confusion when your third eye is popping, right? I want to go to the Sacred Geometry book and just hit this the sixth chakra real quick, because I love these messages. Again, third chakra supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. Your masculine has had to use a lot of his imagination, you know what I mean, while you guys have been in separation or, the social distancing. Because some of this masculine I'm talking about that's using his imagination was, you could see your feminine. You guys, you're in communication. You sometimes see one another. You might not live in the same city, but you make it a habit to see each other, like, bi-weekly, once a month or something. So anyway, the third eye, as I said earlier, is associated with royalty, power, wealth, okay, higher consciousness. It's deeply rooted to source, a deeply rooted connection to source. In other words, your masculine is getting much closer to spirit because of this separation. And the masculine has the ability to see beyond his three-dimensional or his 3D reality into the inner world, meaning the world he cannot see. And he can merge consciously the conscious with the unconscious, meaning earth. Is that, back to this card? 53. He's learning how to merge earth with his spirit. He's learning how to merge the 3D, right, with the earthly matter. So in other words, he's bringing them together. He's marrying that 5D with that 3D, earth and spirit, the tangible, the work, the home life, the family, da 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 da. His emotions, his feelings, the tangible things with the spiritual things that he cannot see, but he now has an understanding. 6th chakra, right? Because that third eye is open. He's understanding that he knows how to move things that are in the spiritual, the unseen, into the natural, the seen, out of the 5D into the 3D. Powerful, powerful. So that's what he is doing while he's away from you. Lovely, lovely. I hope this message found you well and resonated with you. Getting where you fit in, you know where your masculine is and you know where it fits, right? So thank you for watching. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.